Your media, where you are.
So, a lot has been going on, not just individually, but collectively as a people as well in the entire world. One day we are going to war, and the next day we have the spotlight highlighted on a pending issue of mental wellness and mental well being. This, on top of already you might have been feeling overwhelmed by certain things, or feeling stressed and tired and just vibrating very low. Well, today we're going to speak about how to raise our vibrations, and I'm going to give you 4 tips on things you can do daily to help you with that. Shalom, my beautiful beings. Welcome back again. You are tuned on to She 24 at your media. My name is Phumudzo Phumpie Munonde Gonze Kunakanga Basikana Mudzungwa Basena, and welcome to the Spiritual Bar. This is a safe space for us to consciously cultivate and find ourselves, our healing, and our spiritual awakening, all through holistic wellness and self-development, and basically anything that will bring us closer to God. So welcome, soul family. Take your seat. I'm glad to have you a part of this with me today. And I just want to talk about vibes, vibrations. No, not Vibes Cartel, not Vibes, the magazine. Do y'all remember that hip hop culture magazine co-owned by Quincy Jones? It's called Vibes, huh? Yeah. We're not talking about that. Instead, we're talking about the vibrations that we all carry. Everything in life is a vibration. We all have a frequency and a field that we are transmitting in our entire electromagnetic being. So sometimes you'll hear people say, I don't like her vibe. I don't like her energy. I don't like her aura. It's the feeling you get when you're around something or someone. That feeling right there, whether it's good or bad, even within ourselves, sometimes you just feel like, today's not the day, or you might be so happy the next day. That's a difference in vibrations happening within your life. Think about it as well as like a light bulb. When there's enough energy current flowing to the light bulb, it shines. It works properly, no issues. That's high vibrations. And when there is an interruption in the current and the energy flow of that bulb, it flickers. So that's when our vibrations are a little bit low. So this consists of emotions and thoughts and the feelings that we may have. These all affect us as a people. They affect our entire well-being. And whilst it's a normal thing to have thoughts, it's a normal thing to feel emotions, whether it's good or bad emotions. It's a normal thing to worry every now and then, or to have a lot going on in your mind. What isn't a normal state of being is letting that emotion or that thought or whatever season you may be in your life to control your entire life, and to now make decisions for your life and to be ruling your mind. That is when it's a problem, and that's when you have to make the choice whether to stay in that low vibration or to pull yourself out into a higher vibration. So I've been practicing some teachings from this book I've been reading called The Power of Now by Eckhart Tolle. And it's a lovely book, by the way. Go get it if you can. And there's an exercise that you do in the book where you observe the thoughts that are going on in your mind, and not to observe them to interact with them, but to observe them, to watch and to analyze, where's this thought coming from? Why am I feeling this type of way? And when you are able to do that and be present outside of your thoughts, while still thinking whatever you may be still thinking, you're able to function a little better in terms of not letting that sad thought or that worrisome thought rule the rest of your day or rule the rest of your life, by acknowledging the fact that it is a thought. Most times, if it's a worry about something that hasn't happened or something that's still to happen, it's not reality. So you have to take yourself and be present, be still, and remember the truth of who God says you are. Other things that can contribute to low vibration is pain, grief, or sadness. These are some of the things that can contribute towards it. And when we speak about vibrations, I want you to be open-minded and think about it from a holistic point of view, not just I'm raising my vibration. I'm sitting with my legs crossed and I've got my palms and my fingers facing up. That's not the beginning and the end of vibration. Vibration looks like not just how you feeling and what you emit around you to your family, to the world, but the people you allow in your energy, the people you allow in your space, the type of things that you consume, whether it's on TV or social media. All of these things contribute towards a good or bad vibration. And as much as we may all go through sadness, we may go through grief, we may go through tough times, we may go through hard times, it's a natural thing to do that, but it's not a natural thing to stay in that. So if you're going through depression or you're going through anxiety at the moment, it is okay. It's okay. And what you need to do is to pinpoint where this is coming from and get the healing that you need in order for you to move on. Don't stay and unpack your bags in Depressionville or in Anxietyville or in Sadnessville. That is not a normal state of being. The same way you can't be bubbly 100% of the time. You can't just be happy and elated, ululating wherever you go every single day. That's also not normal. What's normal is a balance to life. So you have to be able to go through things in life, whether it's good, whether it's bad, by experiencing peace through it. So experiencing peace does not mean that there's an absence of problems. It does not mean that you're not going to ever be challenged and you're not going to ever go through anything in life. What peace means is even through all of these things that you may be going through, you're content. You are in a space where you're trying to get to the root cause or the root issue of the matter, and you're trying to work through it without letting it affect everything else in your life, without letting that situation rule the rest of your life, without letting that particular incident that may or may not have happened to take over and dictate the next steps that you're going to go through in life. And what we also need to remember is that sometimes we forget this. Energy cannot be created nor destroyed, but it can be transferred. So us as human beings on this earth, we all have an energy field around us. And as I mentioned earlier, sometimes it's on a higher vibration, sometimes it's on a lower vibration. Whatever setting it is on, whoever is around you is going to be affected. So I think it's so important to make sure that you balance it out and you do things that are healthy, that will lead you to a more higher vibration, because it's pretty much exercising that popular quote by Mahatma Gandhi, being the change that you want to see in the world. It starts with you. It starts with you deciding to take the necessary actions to increase the mood that you're in, to increase the energetic field and vibration you may be feeling, which will contribute towards the totality of the entire frequency of the world. Because if I'm in a room and there's somebody in this room with me, however I feel, however they feel, we affect each other. It's energy. If I'm in a bigger setting, in a hall, and there's different energies in there, we're all affecting each other. And I truly believe that when you start with yourself, when you start being kind to yourself, you're able to be kind to the next person, because we're all walking around with so many loads within our personal lives. We're all walking around with so much that we're trying to deal through, and so much that we're trying to attain to, so much that we're trying to discover and live up to. So be kind to the person that's next to you, because you don't know what kind of burdens they're carrying. It costs nothing to share and spread love and light. It costs nothing to be kind to the next person. So I believe that vibrating higher is linked to remembering and coming back to yourself and your reverence for God, remembering who you are, remembering why you've been put on this earth, remembering your mandate, which, trust me, it is a tricky thing to navigate around, but you don't have to have it all figured out at one go. It's a process, and this life thing is a journey. Healing is not linear. You don't take one day aside and then decide that, no, I've done all the healing in the world that I need to do. I don't need anything else to be healed from. We're constantly rediscovering things about ourselves, things that are holding us back from being our truest selves. And that's why I think that vibrating higher is linked to yourself. It's linked to remembering who you are, remembering at your core, what do you love? What do you feel you were brought on this earth to do? And with that said, it's also linked with the transmutance of energy with the people that are around you. Even something like social media, something like family contributes to your vibration, something like friends. I feel like sometimes we forget that the power is in our hands consistently, always. So if you go out looking for negative energy, you're definitely going to find it. Trust me, very easily at that. But the same way you can find negative news on social media or things that you know are not doing anything to help you be the best you or a better you at that, that same way you can find good content, you can find good things to look at, motivational things that will help to contribute to leading to your day being brighter at the very least, or leading to helping you think about certain things that you need to do and work on to make your life better, to make your family's life better, because all of us are linked. We are intertwined. We all come from the same source. And the work that I do here energetically with my frequency, the work that I do to heal, the work that I do to be much kinder to you, to be better to you, is going to affect the next generation and the next person. So it's not just about ourselves. And in no way is anyone's life perfect. In no way can we all just fix the entire world's problems at one go. But that's also not an excuse to sit and do nothing, because we can start with us and what's in our minds. What are the things that we are thinking about? What are the things that consume our time in our hearts and in our thoughts? Because ultimately, what you think about the most is what comes out in your life. Your thoughts become your lives. So I'm going to share with you guys 4 tips that help me every single day to become a little bit better in my vibrational sense, to vibrate a little bit higher. And I'm no way perfect. I'm not saying I've got it all figured out. I'm just sharing my 2 cents that really, really, really helps me. And I'm hoping that you can take it and it will really, really help you as well. So get your pens ready, get your notepads ready so you can write down the tips. The first one to help you vibrate higher is set an intention. Every single morning, don't just rush up, get out of bed, go brush your teeth after switching off your 13 alarms. I'm speaking about myself here. But don't just rush to get into the day, and then next thing you're sitting in traffic and then somebody irritates you and ticks you off, and the next thing you're mad, you get to work, you're annoyed, and your work day is messed up, and then you come home with all of that negativity and you pour it out onto your family or even yourself. You know, you want to make sure that when you wake up, take a few minutes before even showering or before even getting out of bed. 1 minute is all I ask you to do, to think about what intention you want to set for today. What would you like your day to be like? An intention can look something as small as, today, I look forward to being happy the whole day. I'm going to smile no matter what news I get. I'm going to get through it. An intention can look something like, I want to see a positive opportunity come to me today. And that automatically makes you look forward to looking at the good things throughout your day. You're looking for the opportunities. You're looking for the light. Because like I said, if you look for negativity, you'll always find it. So let's switch the game up a little bit. Let's look for positivity everywhere we go. Let's look for higher vibrations everywhere we go. Tip number 2, do some breath work. So at some point before you get out the house, I ask you to just take a moment to just breathe. I know it sounds like, I promise you it works. Just breathe in and out through your mouth. Breathe out through your mouth, not through your nose. Do this for even just 30 seconds repetitively, holding in your breath. I promise you'll start to feel a little bit more centered. You'll start to feel a little bit more grounded. You'll just start to feel like there's a weight that has been alleviated off you. And having that weight physically removed, it emotionally takes the burden away and helps you be able to conquer and fight through whatever may be holding you back from your day or your life, or you just being your highest, best self. Tip number 3, music or mantra. So play yourself a nice song that you know that, when I hear the song, I'm jamming the whole day. I want the song stuck in my head the whole day. It's going to lift my spirits. If I come out of a meeting that we didn't receive good news from, I know I'm going to sing that song in my head, or I'm going to play it over again. Or if I'm feeling a little bit stressed, or I feel overwhelmed with the workload, I'm just going to play that song or say that mantra. Say whatever might make you feel a little bit better, whether it's a Bible verse or a quote from somebody that you admire, a life coach, a mentor, or a spiritual prominent figure. Do those things. Have a little notepad or a little paper that you write your mantra if you want to go with the mantra, or keep that song on repeat throughout the day to just lift your spirits. You want to do things that make you feel happier, that make you feel like you can conquer the world. That is the beginning of getting out of a rut, of digging yourself out of a hole that you may feel you are in. And the last and final tip is gratitude, an attitude of gratitude. If you take anything, take this tip, because the moment you start being more grateful for what you do have, that's when you start attracting what you want and the good things that you deserve. Being thankful for something as small as life, your limbs, the job that you hate so much. It's something that somebody else prays for. And believe it or not, wherever you may be in life at the moment, you once prayed for. So you're not at a default. Continue to work, continue to being grateful and being thankful to God, whoever you feel your source is. Be thankful and be appreciative of what you do have. That is the best way you start to realize that, you know what, actually, it's not all that bad. It's not all that bad, and the sun will still shine tomorrow morning. So I hope you guys took all these down. If you didn't, just rewind and listen to them, because I promise you, just adding 1 or 2 of these into your morning routine or your daily routine, you will start to see a difference in your overall mood, your overall attitude, and hopefully in your overall life. I hope that it brings more depth and meaning to your life, because vibrating higher, as much as there's many circumstances going on around us, we can't control that. But the one thing we can control is what we do to make ourselves feel better, is what we do to help ourselves. Surround yourself with people on a frequency you want to be on. Surround yourself with people you feel safe with. Surround yourself with people you can talk to if you're feeling sad, or get professionals if you feel like, in my circle, I don't really have anybody I trust with my information or my life. There are people that are trained and called to do that can assist you. So you are never alone. If there's one thing I can assure you and promise you, it is that. Don't forget, guys, nothing changes if you don't change. So before I let you go, I leave you to consider this quote by Lala Delia. She says, "She remembered who she was, and the game changed." So remember who you are. I challenge you to vibrate higher. I challenge you to be more kinder. I challenge you to just share some light every day of your life. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. Just small little bit. It will go a long way. Get into the habit of doing these things every day to make your life more maneuverable and malleable, to changing and shaping it into the life you really deserve and desire. Let me know if you guys try out these tips. You can interact with me on my social media pages at Phumpie. And please, of course, do stay tuned to your media and the social streets so that you don't miss anything that we drop at She24. All the lovely content that you deserve, all the beautiful vibes that you want to be around, we got them. And I hope that your cup continues to overflow. Don't forget the mandate. The intention is ascension, vibrate higher through shalom. Hey guys, the intention is ascension, vibrate higher through shalom. That's the everyday intention, and that's the everyday mandate. Vibrate higher, raise your frequency, and just love. From me, I'm sending you so much shalom, love, and light.